Atomic. Known for the Some Nights at Joe's series, Atomic was a well-respected developer. I have made 2 videos on Some Nights at Joe's 1 and 2 remake. I might make a remake on those videos since they're not that good. Since you can I just thought it was like, Joe's did that. But right now, I want to go over Atomic's catalog of games he's made. Prepare yourself as we go over to see if any of these games were good or not. By the way, I'm not reviewing the original Joe series. I want that to be its own video, and one of the final videos related to Atomic. Financial Larry's Darkness Regards. Alright, already to a bad start. Yeah, I can't play this game. It's very unbalanced because the power goes down way too fast, so I can't even play the game. I wish I could, but it's impossible, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Sorry. Printing at Fredbear's. Printing at Fredbear's is a short FNAF fan game about printing papers at Fredbear's. But for some reason, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are their nightmare forms. When pressing new game on the menu, we get a little cutscene. After that, we spawn in an office with a hallway that has a door we can close and a table with a printer. We can click on a button to start the printer. We have this little radar thing to our right that we can use to monitor Fredbear. Fredbear starts at the top left of the map and will take 3 paths to the hallway. We just have to monitor him till he gets into the room of the hallway. Close the door till he resets. Spring Bonnie, who actually has a very sick design in this game, will sometimes appear on the vent above us with a sound cue. When this happens, we must look up at the vent and use the flashlight till he leaves. And that's it. You're just printing 10 papers for 5 nights. We do get this cool end of night scene, but that's it. But after night 5, we get a cutscene of this nightmare version of the puppet. And it goes nowhere, but it turns out this game is broken and I didn't get night 6. But after looking it up, you have to go back to night 5 and click on this golden Freddy drawing, and it skips the night and we get access to night 6. Night 6 adds Nightmare Puppet. She works like Nightmare Yon from UCN, but she stays in one place and randomly moves to another place. I didn't die to her, but I can't access night 6 again, so I don't know if she kills you. But I must say, her design is actually very creepy and cool. Probably my favorite. Now, I want to talk about the story because I just want to get everything I can from these short games. Now, the first cutscene, our main character is talking about how he went to sleep on the couch. So obviously, this whole game is a dream. But it's happened before since he said again. And the only way we survive is by printing papers. Why though? I think we're a dude so tired of his job that the people at his job are manifested into monsters into his nightmares. Nightmare Fredbear being his boss, constantly checking on him. Nightmare Spring Bonnie is a weird coworker constantly peeking over to look at his cubicle. And Nightmare Puppet is his stupid child coming in for Bring Your Child to Work Day. Which is why she only is on night 6. Aha! I cracked the code. This game is about learning to take breaks from work. Because if you don't, you'll be slowly dragged down into the abyss where you will work forever while fighting off your nightmares till you die or win. Now anyway, what are my final thoughts about the game? I think this was fine. a nice little fan game that can hold you over a little bit. I mean, not really much to say. Now, let's move on to the next game. Five Nights at Freddy's Madness Week. Madness Week, despite having the name Freddy in it, it is actually a Fredbear's game. Starting up the game, we enter into the main menu. Pressing New Game, we get a newspaper for Fredbear's. After the newspaper, we enter to the office with the hallway, sounds familiar, and a couple of props. We get a postcard at the top left, which doesn't show up for me for some reason, but it does say to close your eyes when Fredbear or Spring Bonnie enter the office. Also, it tells you not to keep the cameras up, or you die. What? This game is encouraging you to not look at the location on the cameras. Why? Anyway, when Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, who are just... Okay, at least Fredbear is UCN Fredbear. Spring Bonnie is just Bonnie recolored. Whatever. When they enter into the office, close your eyes. When the two leave, they'll have footstep noises. Also, the puppet is in the first night, but the card doesn't tell you that. But to deal with her, sometimes throughout the night, a warning sign will pop up when she is active. To deal with her, you have to go to Cam 7 and change this song until the warning sign stops. For night 2, it's the same thing. But for night 3, it adds JJ and Endo. JJ starts at party room 2 and she will go to the hallway. When you see her face, close your eyes and wait till she leaves. She doesn't have a sound cue when she leaves, so it's kind of just a guessing game. Endo will start in the parts and service room, sitting on a table, and from time to time, his eye color will change either red, white, or flicker repeatedly from red to white. If his eyes are red, we must use the reset button on cam 4. If they're white, do the same on cam 5. If they're flickering between the two, click on both of the buttons. The rest of the nights are the same, but harder, and there's not one bit of story. I'll be honest, I actually like stories in FNAF fan games, but this game is kinda boring. It's not like I'm completing the nights for something cool, I'm just moving on to the next night with no new threat added, so it gets boring. Now with that, we have the last game for today. And there, I'm not going to make any jokes during that part, since the game seems to be dark. Scott Nevermore. Now, viewer discretion is advised. This game contains some kind of gore, disturbing imagery, and potentially themes of depression. So if you're sensitive to those topics, skip this to this time frame, because I do have an announcement. But for the people still watching, let's get into it. Scott Nevermore is one of Atomic's first game that isn't really a FNAF fan game. Kinda. I'll get into it. Getting into the game, we start with this very eerie text. Fame buys money. Money can't buy you fame. It can't buy you God. But most important of all, money won't buy you happiness. After that, we play from the perspective of someone playing an arcade game, and our character, I assume the name's Scott, wakes up and gets out of bed. You just woke up. Just another big nose in the face of an old man. Nothing special. Check it. That's the staircase for children's room. When we go to the car, we go to this building with a boarded up door. We have a crowbar that we can use on the door till the boards go rolled down. We enter through. Once inside, we are in a room with a Chuck E. Cheese head and an endoskeleton. We knock over the endoskeleton and take it to our car, putting it in our trunk. We go back home and images pop up from time to time. We go inside and are tasked to find a knife. We go into the kitchen and find the knife.
Great. That should be more than enough.
We go upstairs and enter the children's room with 3 boys and 1 girl. We have to make it to the end of the room without making too much noise. If we do, a little girl comes after us. Once entering a room, we walk to the left of the room and the endo appears there. We stab or attempt to stab the endo, but once we do, we get to this disturbing image of Scott dead on the floor while the endo stands over him. You can't do anything after that. You are forced to escape and close the game. I think all the games in this video are worth checking out for yourself. And with that, I don't really have much to say. But after this, I will make 2 more videos relating to Atomic. The next one will be reviewing the original JoJo series, and the final one is a surprise. With that said, I've been Rexib, and I'll see you in the next video.